Alright. One Blade Master so buff he can't even fit properly in the frame. Let's go ahead and get myself even more buff and take on some of these Skate Rat arcs. Skate Rat arcs. More like Skate Rat chumps. Oh, that one was funny. That one was so funny, I'm gonna tell myself it was funny. Now let's go to the portal and show these guys just who the boss is. Okay, stupid jumping attack is ineffective and now I can't move. Ow. Ow. Hey, he hit me back in frame. Ow. Guys, stop. Ow. Ow. Yeah, stop with the killing me. That's not nice. I'm the hero here. Need to survive. Okay, how do you like this? Oh. Tickled, huh? Well then. Let's see what you do when I run away. Hey everybody, this is a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming. Thank you for joining me on yet another episode of The Weekend Warrior, where I play my Blade Master here in .hack Fragment. This one's going to be more of a mess mash of a couple runs that I did on the same server, so real quick, I want to throw out my thank you to Dow for the Hongik University Station server, his rare item hunting server. Did both of the runs on this one, and well, you have those days playing the game where everything goes right and you feel like an absolute boss, and then you have days like this where I just sort of stumbled into a level up, mostly on the grace and kindness of others. That battle in the teaser was the one and only portal in the field I opened, and that was about all I needed to see to know that if I had any shot at claiming the treasure in this, it was in the shortest route possible. So I'm up against a couple Hackberry Kings here to start out the dungeon. Get an elemental hit on the one after the first bout of sleep, and second one puts me to sleep again before I could turn my attention to it. So already we're up against a fairly challenging battle. Not really in any dire danger there because we got rid of that first one so quick, reason elemental matches are so crucial. You just get that one big hit in and you're set. Coming into the next room, we've got a couple Hackberry Kings again. Try for my big sweeping move. No elemental hit there, but more than enough damage to take the first one down. And again, the second Hackberry King says, we're going to play the game of fall asleep a lot. So about this time, I decide that I'm going to take a different approach to this. As much as I wanted to 100% this dungeon, I've already skimped on the field. And while I'm once again asleep, it just sort of cements my thought that perhaps it's best to take the quickest route down this time. So after this battle, I'm going to be doing a little bit of backtracking and just trying to find the quickest route to the bottom. Out-hack the Hackberry King there, get my 8 experience, and pick up a risky treasure for bonus. Disarming the chest is going to give me a Quake Beast for a nice little armor there. And like I said, we're going to backtrack a little bit and find our way on that right-hand branch coming out of that central square. Go to one of those bigger rooms. It sort of looks like a capital M on diagonal. Cut my way over and find a Spectre. Darkness tolerant, usually pretty high physical evasion, but I get some lucky hits there at the beginning. I go 3 for 3 on physical attacks. And then get an elemental hit on my first spell to boot. That is by far and away going to be the easiest battle I have on this leg of the adventure. Again, we're going to do 2 runs here. I'm going to skip through parts because I was doing a couple other things. I was a little distracted, and well, the big part of this is choppy footage and me switching back and forth between windows, and who really wants to see that? Now, here's something that is worth seeing. I get to this T-shaped room, and out of the portal comes a Skate Rat arc and a Hackberry King. Just so you're aware, The Hackberry King, I believe, can heal. It can also put you to sleep, and as you can see, I'm clearly already asleep. The Skate Rat Arc can paralyze, but just as devastating, it has that ability similar to the Menhir, where it can resurrect monsters that have recently fallen before they fade away. So all of my attention is being diverted to the Skate Rat Arc because I know I don't stand a chance in this battle if I don't take it down, but every time I get close, the Hackberry King puts me to sleep. There again, I had just enough time to heal back up, and I'm asleep again. That's the third or fourth time already. Spend a lot of time snoring in the general direction of the Skate Rat Arc here. And this battle was a bit of a struggle, just sort of throwing the kitchen sink at it. Every now and then it's nice to have a challenging encounter though, and this certainly was. Turned out to be a bit of a marathoner too. There I have it down to virtually nothing, and then I'm put to sleep, and I'm sure at this point the game's over because I'm under 300 hit points and very little SP. Knocks me down to 139, but by grace of, lucky timing if nothing else, I managed to pop out of the sleep before any more damage could be done, and once again go after the Skate Rat Arc after healing up, and 99% is not finished. It survives yet again, and at this point flummoxed is a very nice way of putting my feelings at that moment. Finally get through the Skate Rat Arc, and then the true star of the show, this Hackberry King, just keeps showing me who the actual boss is. I feel a bit more confident because I don't have to worry about the endless cycle of monsters, and in a one-on-one fight I have to feel I have the advantage here. But it's not going down easy, and it's not going down gentle. Kinda like eating sandpaper at this point. Don't ask me how I would know. But we're just gonna keep hacking away, and Hackberry King's gonna keep sleeping away. This little back and forth was just... this probably took as long as the rest of the dungeon period because, well, I wasn't trying to 100% it at this point. Survival was my victory. Not gonna lie, the thought of just using the Sprite Ocarina after this battle did cross my mind. It's like, is the treasure worth this? What's down on the next floor? But then there's that part of me that says if I'm hitting this, next floor's gotta be a little gentler on me. Even if it's just like some Iron Ball guys, like just something that deals a ton of damage and isn't going to lock me in place for a half a minute at a time. Finally make my way through, and it's time to reapply the speed boost and the attack buffs because they wore off about 50 years ago when we started that combat. Gonna skip that room down below us and go right to the stairs and down to floor 2. Moving on here, recording this late on a Saturday because, well, busy time of year near the holidays and just so much to do. Moving into this square-shaped room. Get a Spectre and a Skate Rat Arc. Our buddy the Skate Rat Arc, just checking in again. This one's not too bad though. No real status ailments hit us, and once he's out of the way we are clear to cast away at the Spectre to our heart's content. Believe 3 is the magic number, and we get a little message from Dow up there in the mod speak telling us to go down. Not gonna lie, I didn't catch it playing live there. I was so worried about getting this run in that I just wasn't paying very close attention, and I saw the box pop up and my first thought was, oh no, does somebody else want on? Bit too greedy to give up at this point anyway. I just really wanted this statue at this point. Here we're up against a green worm, which again feels like a relief. Not that this isn't equally dangerous, but it's at least a straight damage fight. It's got a breath attack, it's got a physical attack, and it can cast, but it's a big monster, so I'm going to hit it, and I'm going to hit it hard. Get 10 experience and a Fire Tempest out of that battle. Pick up a moon out of the chest before the door there and head down. Gonna skip the third floor here because I was doing some pretty wonky camera stuff at that. And we're back here in the fourth floor. Not really sure what I was doing there. Got a little message of encouragement there. Last floor, don't die. Throw a quick thank you that way. Wasn't sure if he was watching on the viewfinder or not. I'm not sure if you could see player text from the general screen. Not gonna lie, most of the time when I've got the server up, I'm just normally sitting on it in the background there. Coming up against my favorite pair of all time, the Skate Rat Arc and the Hackberry King. Have a bit better luck here. I managed to just get the Skate Rat Arc down before I'm put to sleep for about the 150th time in this adventure. At this point, I think my character's in danger of oversleeping, but certainly not of overhitting, because that elemental hits for damn near 2,000. 1674 there. Ends the battle in a hurry. Probably had a bit of a flashback to the first floor there and wanted to get through there before we ended up with Marathon 2. Reapplying buffs again, as seems to be the custom after that particular monster grouping, and we come to one of these little semicircle rooms, the door in the middle. I could see the treasure room down at the bottom there, so that's the branch I'm taking. Come to a 90-degree turn, and we are greeted with a regular chest. I'll take the Fool. Gladly take the Fool out of that chest, because the Fool's not putting us to sleep. Here we're up against, once again, a Skate Rat Arc and a Hackberry King. We know the objective at this point, and this time we managed to take down the Skate Rat Arc as it paralyzes us. So a bit of delayed vengeance for the Skate Rat Arc, as we manage to take it down, but it gets a last laugh in on us as we come out of the paralyzation just in time to hit the Hackberry King once and then be put to sleep. All the while, that little risky treasure's sitting there from where the Skate Rat Arc fell, and it's just kind of taunting us, reminding us that if we could ever finish the battle, we could go ahead and open it. Fortune's on our side, though, as we get rid of the Hackberry King, disarm the chest, and pick up a Mage's Soul. Nice, useful consumable there. Here we've got a chest at the beginning of the room. We're going to pass by it and go up against the Green Worm. This is going to be our last battle for the adventure. Breath attack takes out about a quarter of our health, but we're not really sweating that too much. Pick up a Meteor Swarm, and now it's on to the statue. Kind of forget what I picked up here. Let's open it up. Get a Grief Sticker. Okay, Grief Sticker, not bad. And a pair of Light Crosses. Not going to argue with that at all. Just going to check out the stuff here. And going to segue over to the other run at this point. So here we are back on Hongik, and I'm partied up with Midnight and Cameo here. Want to thank those two for dragging me along for this adventure, and we wind up in a unique field, completely devoid of everything. No monsters, no portals, and you know that because I wasted a fairy's orb on it. Just barren land and a dungeon. So this is a custom field. I believe Hongik is a copy or a version of the Crab server. I've never run the Crab server in its original iteration. I don't know what, if any, differences there are between the two. I've been in Hongik a few times though, and we're heading into the dungeon to see what the deal with this is. So as you could see, both Midnight and Cameo's characters vastly above my own. Midnight and... oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm going to apologize for that one. I was switching through a lot of tabs while recording. Just putting a couple videos together and sort of getting everything ready for the holidays and getting ready for Sunday's stream. Actually, Sunday just started now that I'm looking, so happy Sunday, everyone. Going into the dungeon now, and this is where I come upon a painful realization. Haven't quite hit it yet, but if you take a look, these rooms are designed with two portals right next to each other, and you just know some pretty wicked stuff is coming when you see things like this. They open and just all sorts of monsters next to each other, and I hit the shortcut that's usually a spell for me, and nothing fires off. I don't have a spell equipped to the shortcut at this point. I do end up dying a bunch, though. I take a ton of damage there. Grab a Cosmic Truth out of that chest. That's a nice little item. So yeah, this is just going to be one of those times where life's not looking too good for me. It might be a little rough for you. Yeah, it's going to hurt a little bit, but you know what? No biggie. I'm here for the experience, I'm here for the adventure, and these two are nice enough to have me along. Least I could do is tag along and be a good sport. Plus, I'm picking up some awesome footage. You're seeing some high-level spells come out of this. You're seeing just crazy damage thrown out there. And Midnight's getting 1 experience for each of these kills. I managed to accidentally damage something and got 13 experience. Yeah, you could see L2 and X. We must have been doing awakenings in a previous adventure, and I just didn't equip anything new to that shortcut afterwards. So I go ahead and get a spell set, and I'm just gonna go back to my roots and remember something that I spouted off endlessly in the Learning to Die Less series, and that's that those elemental ROM spells will hit consistently for damage and will hit multiple targets. So my goal is just to hit a bunch of monsters and survive and at least soak up some experience. Figure 13 a pop if I could hit 4 per. Leveling up should not be too difficult. Here I'm just barely hanging on to the end. And you can see I'm picking up experience, Midnight's picking up 1 per, and I don't think Cameo's getting any. Just straight zeros for those. Buffed like crazy though. That was what, 10 before that one wore off? Coming up on another double portal room here. And hey, it's worked the last couple times, why not just get a couple hits in? Looks like I got 3 of them on that. And when the dust clears, everything's gone. Ended up hitting another monster there at the end. Pick up a stone call. Again, it's not usually my style to pick up treasures in these video captures. I'm usually thankful enough that I'm able to get captures, especially in parties. People are nice enough to let me, capture the footage or what have you, but I'm just sort of looking to break even on this one. Kind of got my face stomped in there at the beginning, and I realized I am virtually no help to anyone in this dungeon, so the least I could do is just grab stuff, better my position a bit, and learn better for next time. Another silly move, for 2 straight floors I waste a fairy's orb on basically stairs up and stairs down. Don't really consider the second one a waste, as I didn't really get through that first room, but what was I thinking on the second floor popping that fairy's orb? The answer was I was just grateful I wasn't dying. Now we're all kind of buffed up. Those little symbols helped us out here, and we're back to our double portal rooms. So I'm back to casting Vac Rom and pretending that I'm helping. Crazy to see some of the effects going off. And I guess an awakening was feasible here, but we didn't really broach the subject, and I certainly didn't want to get in the way. These guys were taking care of business more than easily enough. Just all sorts of dark maidens every room. Clearly a custom field. And just one of those things that I kind of look, there's my level up there. I get a congratulations, but really these guys are doing all the heavy lifting. Thank you again to them. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to run this somewhere down the line when I'm at a level where I could adequately handle these things. Actually, just ran into Snow Nami earlier today. Quick shout out to Snow. Just chatting him up a bit in Root Town while I was setting up. And he had asked if I planned on getting to max level. And, you know, I do, because that's what you do in RPGs, right? You just go till you can't go no more. But I'm in no hurry to get there. Not gonna lie, I've been having fun on the ride. Get my teeth kicked in a couple times, especially on New Year's events, but for all the footage I've been able to capture and really all the cool people I've got to meet playing this game, taking the long leisurely stroll around leveling, I don't mind it in the least. Grabbing a bit more experience here though, as it'd certainly be remiss if not to do so. And heading to the next room. Again, I don't want to be greedy. I do want to be greedy, but I don't feel that's a very good look. So down we go. Floor 5, and there's a virus core just sitting there out in the open. Go into the next room, 2 more portals full of dark maidens. Get my Vac Rom in to do exactly 0.5% of the damage, but it's not really going to help me as far as the experience goes, as I die before the experience can be tallied. Do pick up another Cosmic Truth out of the chest, though. Throw Speed Charm up just so I'm not lagging behind these guys in physical speed as well as everything else. And coming up on more Dark Maidens. Get my spell off, get put to sleep, and nap my way through at very low health. Just look at all those chests. Room's practically leopard print with all those blue dots on brown. Poor analogy, but I couldn't really come up with anything else. I do come up with a Godspeed there, though. That's a decent little weapon. Moving on here. Another room. This one only 1 portal. Kind of surprised by that. I guess we're pretty near the end then. Got a little custom message, but it's in Japanese, so I can't really read it. If somebody would be so kind as to pause this video when those pop up and tell me what it says, I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, no big worries. There's the chest. I didn't really check to see what was in it. Didn't really feel I had any claim to it anyway. Midnight grabs it. Wasn't the item they were looking for, though. If you'll indulge me for a second, just gonna cut out here and we'll rejoin shortly. Okay, so we're back. Just put up a little freeze frame of the old Mac Anu town gate from the Weird Happenings video series. trying to get more comfortable with those. You guys seem to really enjoy what's going on with them, and it's a really fascinating thing that we got going on in the game. So cool that that measures were put in place by certain peoples to put something out there for our enjoyment. That's just really been awesome to sit there and connect the dots and watch it all play out. I'm enjoying every step of the way, and hopefully I'm doing it justice with this like pseudo report series. Totally open to any suggestions anyone has. My goal is to just make it as good and as fun for you guys as possible. Now, to my big announcement here, I guess in about 11 hours or so, I'm going to be doing a Fragment live stream. Bit nervous about that. Kind of hoping that it's going to work out well. It's going to be kind of a hectic timing with things just sort of didn't work out the way I was hoping it would, so going to be doing this while, the missus is making pies for Thanksgiving, and apparently the roofers are coming to finish up on the house, get some new gutters hung on the house here. But we're going to be doing a live stream, an exciting little thing. It's my little contribution to the community for Fragment's 15th anniversary. Because really the game is cool, and I'm a Dot Hack fan. I love playing the games. I love the lore behind the series. But really, this could be just about any RPG, and with a community this awesome, it's going to be entertaining, it's going to be fun, and really the community is my favorite part, and by far and away the best part, in my opinion, of the whole Fragment experience. And about the only way I could think to fittingly pay tribute to it on its anniversary is to do a live stream and help somebody else start their Fragment journey. I have a coworker who's been curious about the game mainly because I keep talking their heads off about it, and they said they were interested in learning how to play, and I'm like, well, I tell you what, 22nd I was looking to do something a little special, so we're going to go ahead and get them set up on live stream. Going to just go ahead, go through the process real quick, go down through the guide, and once they're set up, I'm going to switch over to them on their screen and have them play offline until they get data drain, and then open the floor, get them online and going, and hopefully you guys watching the stream will jump in, party up with them, and help them level up. Also looking to be doing a giveaway during the stream. I've got a couple of helms that I picked up. Oddly enough, as I was recording this, I saw Cameo had just got his guild shop raided. Buddy, I promise you it wasn't me. But I did pick up a couple items, one from a guild shop and one from a server root town. I've got an Angel's Helm up for grabs. That's a level 94 heavy helm, so it's not equipable by Twin Blades, Long Arms, or Wave Masters. Does have Ulrep and Riptane on it though, so if you're playing like a heavy axe or a heavy blade, this would be a really good helm to pick up. One, level 94 equipment's going to have insane stats, and two, you got a healing spell, and heavy armor doesn't always give you that luxury. The other one I have is an Owl's Crest. That's a level 71 light helm with Foul Rep, and Rip Main. Foul Rep is the full heal for all nearby allies, and Rip Main is Resurrect, by far and away the most useful spell in the game, because if your buddies aren't alive to protect you, you're probably not sticking around long either. Probably just going to give those away at random to people during the stream, or maybe after the stream. They're both on my Blade Master character, so at some point I'm going to be logging in with him, if only to trade the items. Guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to cut it here because, quite frankly, if you're not sick of my voice yet, it's probably coming up soon. We'll talk to you soon.